Today's video is all about 5 makeup mistakes that are aging you and really simple ways to fix them. This is going to be more about changing our mindset, making simple tweaks to the process we're probably already doing and making them work for our mature skin. Hi, I'm Dawn from Just Doing My Best. I am so glad that you're here today. If we haven't met before, I'm 57, so I know a little bit about dark circles, redness, texture, all of the things. By the end of this video, you're going to have some really actionable tips to have your makeup look gorgeous and for you to feel better when you're applying it. I'm going to go through my first 3 tips pretty quickly and just kind of talk you through them. That way, when I start putting on makeup, they will make more sense. First tip, instead of thinking about your foundation and concealer in terms of full coverage, I'd love for you to start thinking about light to medium but buildable coverage. Full coverage tends to look cakey, thick, enhance the wrinkles, the things that we're dealing with all the time, being over 50, over 60. So light to medium coverage is going to make your skin look like your skin, but better. I gave up years ago looking for flawless coverage. At 57, I'm never going to get flawless coverage. Right now, I want to have beautiful looking skin and I want to look well rested. So what I'm going to use today is the Maybelline Superstay 24-Hour Skin Tint. I love this. And then for concealer, I'm going to use the L'Oreal True Match Nude. Lucky for us, so many products, they're including ingredients that are good for your skin. And if you look for light to medium coverage, you can kind of stand back after you apply a little, look and see where do I need to touch up, and only touch up in those areas, really reducing that opportunity for thick, cakey makeup. Second tip is I'd love for you to think about an under makeup primer. The under makeup primer I'm going to use today, it's from Nakery Beauty, and it's the Flawless Filter Wrinkle Filler. I will link everything down in the description below. What a primer does is it really just blurs fine lines, pores, imperfections. It's not going to block out everything completely, but think about when you paint your living room and you need to cover all of the nail holes where you hung pictures before. That's what a makeup primer will do. It'll smooth that and give you so much better surface to work with, and your makeup will look so much prettier. Putting on my makeup primer. I'm really targeting my trouble areas, this T-zone area, the 11 around my nose where my makeup tends to separate a little bit, and then hide some of those pores. I would love to know down in the comments your favorite foundation and concealer. I'm always looking for new ideas, so let me know what your favorites are down below. Tip number 3, if you have a problem with crepey under eyes, it really tends to show your age. Right before you apply makeup, I want you to apply a hydrating balm. The one that I love right now is from Rock Skincare, and this is their vitamin C balm. Super hydrating, and I have already applied all of my skincare, but immediately before makeup, I apply this balm, and it just really fills in all of the fine lines and the texture underneath my eyes so that concealer has no place to go. Another sure way to help that under eye area, again, if you've got that crepey under eye area for your makeup, when you apply your foundation, stop with your foundation about right here. So we're saving this area right here just for our concealer and our color corrector. Think about it this way. We want to eliminate something that's just going to cause us problems later on. So rather than apply foundation right in this area and then put concealer over it, that makes no sense. I'm just going to save that area for color corrector and concealer and just leave foundation out of the equation immediately below my eyes. Let's go ahead and apply foundation. And if you want an entire step-by-step foundation tutorial, watch this video next. I think you'll find that super helpful. I always apply foundation with a brush. That's another way to have your foundation just melt together with your skin and just look gorgeous. Foundation is on, and you can tell I avoided this area altogether. I briefly mentioned color corrector. Now is when we're going to go ahead and use that. Tip number 3 is we're trying to avoid that crepey under eye that just ages us so much. We already have dark circles. We already have redness. Color corrector goes in and cancels that out. If you want an entire color corrector concealer video, you can watch this video here. The dark circles aren't as big of a problem for me as much as the redness above my eyes. So I'm going to focus the color corrector in the inner corner and above my eyes, and then just a little underneath my eyes. Look at the difference already. I haven't even put concealer on. This is terrific. Color corrector doesn't have to be expensive. And in that concealer video, you can see how to pick out your color corrector. This one is only about $10. I will link it down in the description below. And I'm just going to tap that into place. Now I need half the concealer that I would have used had I used only concealer just to target the redness and the dark circles. So remember, I left off foundation. I'm focusing most of the color corrector in this area. So now I'm going to use the concealer sparingly right here to brighten up this area and just in the outer corner. Another way to avoid crepey under eyes, rather than putting that concealer directly, I'm putting it on the back of my hand and I'm just picking it up and applying it where I need it. The more product I put in that area, the more the likelihood that I'm going to get that crepey settling underneath my eyes. We're trying to avoid that. Now I can stand back, see if I need to apply any more. I may apply just a little bit more, but really, I think I'm good now. Tip number 4 is about avoiding harsh eye makeup. When we have our eye makeup that's super harsh and dark, like really dark eyeliner, the dark eyeliner can really emphasize the crepey and the dark circles and the texture and all of the things around our eyes, in addition to closing our eyes. But if you've already tuned me out because you don't want to give up your eyeliner, I get it. I don't want to give up my eyeliner either. I'll tell you the compromise that I made. Versus giving up eyeliner, which I don't want to do, but I'm going to show you how to make it a little bit easier and a little bit more flattering. I gave up a lot of really complicated eyeshadow at 57. I don't want to mess with that. So let me tell you what I do first of all to give myself color above my eyes. Because I use a bronzer every time I apply makeup, I just take an eyeshadow brush and apply it right above my crease with my eye open. Nothing super heavy or complicated. Just right above that crease to give my eyes a little bit of definition. But I also then will take a small pencil brush and also apply the bronzer directly below my eyes. Not only does that give a little bit more definition and depth to my eye look, but it also really helps if your under eye, that lower lash line tends to be red and dark, it can help disguise that just a little bit. On the bottom, what I tend to do is take an eyeshadow stick, something that's about 2 shades lighter than the eyeliner that I plan to use on top. And I just go about halfway. And for this, you could just use your ring finger if you want to and blend it in just a little bit. I have some definition. I'm going to have more definition when I add my mascara, but it doesn't close my eyes near as much. Now I'm going to apply eyeliner on the top, but instead of using black, I'm going to use dark brown, and you can make that a lot easier as well just by using a smudging brush. One of my favorite eyeliners, this is the Essence Stay and Play Gel Eyeliner, and this color is But First Espresso. If you like an eyeliner and you want it to stay in place all day long, you need these eyeliners. They're $5. Just give myself a little bit of liner at the top. I didn't even go all the way over. A little bit of a wing on the corner, not a lot. Okay, not a lot. Take a little smudging brush. I'm going to smudge it all the way over, and then so it's not so harsh. Let's split this into two sides of the same coin. I need definition, but I don't want it too dark and too harsh so that it just doesn't shine a giant spotlight in this area and all of the things that we're trying to avoid in the first place. We're on to tip number 5. So far, we've solved the problem of having our makeup just look heavy and like a mask by switching from full coverage to light to medium but buildable coverage. We've also solved the problem of just blurring and getting that canvas to look beautiful under our foundation by using a makeup primer. Also, we've solved the problem of the creasy under eye by leaving off foundation, saving that area for only color corrector and concealer, and applying an under eye balm. Also, our eye makeup isn't as heavy. It's not drawing attention to our pale skin or our crepey eyes. Now we're going to easily fix our eye makeup mistakes. I don't know about you, but it's really easy for me to just put that eye makeup on and our face is already pointing down. So if I get too heavy-handed with my eye makeup and I get it too far down, it's just like a giant arrow pointing down. Here's how we're going to fix that, and we're going to lift that face back up. Take a little bit of your concealer. You don't need a lot. I put a little on the back of my hand. Now I'm just going to dip the end of my concealer brush in there. Do you see that? Just placed it right below that eyeliner line. So it just erased where I may have gone too far and a little too crazy with my eyeshadow, and it's down too far, but also it helps to bring that wing up a little bit. Now with that concealer, I'm just going to brush it down and blend that in a little bit more. Look at that beautiful line and look at that beautiful wing eyeliner. We didn't need to be super talented. All we did was we just took that concealer and just aimed up towards the temple and towards the tip of that brow. Look at that. Now that eye makeup is pointing up, I've given myself a little bit of a wing, even though if I wasn't very good at it. And look at that, just cleaned that up. I love this tip so much. I hope that was helpful. We solved 5 makeup mistakes that are aging us and making us look older. I will link everything that I used down in the description below. If this was helpful, I hope you'll like and subscribe. And if you want more super simple makeup tips for our mature skin, watch this video next. Go out today and be blessed and do your best.